To the recent mass shootings in Dayton and El Paso, there is new focus tonight on gun control legislation, both here at home and in Congress. This afternoon, U.S. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell said he has talked with President Trump about strengthening background checks for gun buyers and red flag laws. And he says that will lead to a discussion when Congress returns in September.
Let's switch to our Lisa Balick, who's looking into what might be ahead here locally. Lisa?
Well, Oregon and Washington are among a third of the states with that red flag law. It's a way to try and keep guns away from people who may be dangerous. Now, there are other gun control measures in the works as well. Legislative efforts to stop gun violence still underway in Oregon and Washington. This after a safe storage bill in Oregon failed to move forward this session. It would have required gun owners to lock up their weapons or face charges if a minor gets the gun and injures someone. Today, one of the leading gun control lawmakers in the Capitol, a Democrat, told me that measure, though, will be back and may contain something else as well.
There are other things I'd like to see in the bill, like the ability of schools and public buildings to be truly gun-free, to keep people with concealed handgun licenses from going into those buildings.
Meaning with guns. Lawmakers are increasingly concerned about their safety as well as that of school children. The Oregon Republican Party told us today it stands firmly with the right of citizens to protect themselves and that the Democrats at the Capitol are proposing legislation that's overreaching. Oregon and Washington are among 17 states with another gun control measure, a red flag law called an extreme risk protection order. A family member or a police officer can ask a judge to order someone to hand over their guns for a year if they believe someone is dangerous to themselves or others. That person is also prohibited from buying a gun during that time. Now, there could be federal support for this from Democrats and Republicans. Southwest Washington Republican Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler said in a statement today, "We absolutely need to pursue solutions that will combat these horrific attacks, but inaction is not an option, and I'm willing to pursue any bipartisan solution that keeps firearms out of the hands of those in mental health crisis, as long as it contains strong due process protections." Now, there's also a gun control measure Oregonians could possibly vote on next year. It would require safe storage of guns by their owners. Backers right now are gathering signatures to try and get it on the ballot for next November.